NBC27 Digital Now Center. This is Beyond the Forecast with your most accurate local meteorologists.
Well, we say good morning, everybody. It is time to go beyond the forecast once again. And today we're going to be looking ahead to next week. There is the potential for a more showery pattern ahead that could give us some more rain, which I know many of us are hoping for, but not yet. And I think it's going to be very summer-like here over the next couple of days and into the weekend. So that's where we want to get started, shall we? Let's take a look here as we look at some headlines. Look at that beautiful shot. The sun is out. Skies have already cleared at the Gettysburg Foundation. It looks beautiful, and some of the leaves are already changing thanks to the cool days that we had earlier this month. So sunny and warm through tomorrow. Highs are going to be in the mid-80s. It will be a bit cooler for the weekend. I think Saturday looks like a perfect day and still mainly dry. That is going to continue to be a problem, though. As we take a look at Mannheim, some of the trees there are changing as the sun comes up. It's a gorgeous shot of the downtown, and we are excited about the weather here the next couple of days. So the coastal low that brought us the rain and the drizzle yesterday, and again, it wasn't much, that is sort of exiting this away, and we can see the clouds kind of getting pulled along with it. Now, there could be some areas of fog across the state this morning. They seem very limited, though, and really, for the most part, the clouds that kind of hung around overnight, you can kind of see here in the Susquehanna Valley, they did help keep our temperatures up a bit. Notice we're in the 60s, and notice if I draw a line like right here, the rest of the state kind of dipping into the 50s. There is some cooler, drier air that is filtering in here across the north and west, and that is going to continue to happen today. Even though we will not be cool, dew points are going to drop. Again, you can kind of see that same borderline across the south and east, okay? Notice dew points are in the 60s. Look at Philly and Baltimore. Dew points in the almost the mid-60s there, and a big drop-off farther to the north. Look at Du Bois, 48. So this cooler, drier air is trying to move in, and it's going to eventually, even though it won't be cold today by any stretch, it's going to be 85. The humidity is going to drop. It's going to be a great sunny afternoon and really a nice day to be outside. It is not going to be humid whatsoever. Mostly clear tonight still. Temperatures in the 60s. We're not falling back into the 50s until perhaps tomorrow night. So a lot of dry air in place. Let's explain what's going on. We've got the water vapor loop here, and you can see there is some moisture offshore. That's the low that brought us, the rain that we had yesterday. So that's moving away now. It's right here. All right, and then we've got another front off to the west right here, and in between right here, we've got a lot of dry air, and that dry air is going to give us some nice weather here Thursday and Friday. You can kind of see it perhaps better if we view the satellite and radar picture, and again, all of that moisture from yesterday, which again wasn't a lot, but that's pushing to the east now. See it? That low in that front. Our next system is here, but it doesn't have a lot of moisture with it, and as it starts to move east, it's going to encounter dry air. Look at all the dry air east of Chicago. And so that front's going to get chewed up. It will move through on Friday night and cool us off heading into the weekend. So any clouds that are left over this morning melt away. It's going to be sunny here today and tomorrow. Just absolutely gorgeous weather. And then as we can look ahead into Saturday, the same thing. I think Saturday's a 10 out of 10 day. We will be in the 50s in the morning, and then as we head into the afternoon, highs will be in the 70s. But the next 2 days, summer-like. If you left your pool open, hoping for some warm September weather, we've got it. Mid-80s today. We should stay in the 60s tonight, and then tomorrow we're back into the 80s. So a couple of toasty days to end the week. Let's talk about the extended, because I do want to break down. This is a chance where we have a little bit of extra time to literally go beyond the forecast and take a look ahead at next week. Now, on Sunday, what's going to happen here is, notice again we get this east flow. And because we get the east flow, I think Sunday now looks cloudy. I think it'll stay dry, but it's going to be cloudy and cooler for Sunday. Now, next week, notice how we get these like little disturbances to come on through, these little pinwheel disturbances, I call them, and they kind of just want to bring us some showers. Now, nothing looks convincing, and it certainly doesn't look like it's going to be soaking rain, but I am wondering if maybe the pattern next week becomes a little more showery in the northeast, and it does look like perhaps some rain for next weekend. But here's the caution. You guys know this by now. Models can show this for next week, and then as we get closer, they go dry. I'm not anticipating a lot of rain. Let's check the European model, because the other thing that we tend to find is that the models tend to overdo the precipitation, and then all of a sudden, right, as we get closer to an event, they start to back off. So let's look at the Euro precip totals for next week as we go out. But I caution you, this is just a model, and we've seen these models be pretty terrible. there is going to be no rain through the weekend. This is trying to show this area right here. This is trying to show that front coming through tomorrow. There's going to be no rain with it, but it is indicating a front will move through, and that's just going to cool us off into Saturday. Now, let's take us through, okay, as we go into early next week. This does show some rain Monday and Tuesday, but most of it seems to be to our north and west. So, again, this is not a bad take on the model. It certainly does not show meaningful rain over our area until at least the middle part of next week, and even then, now we're getting into over 7 days away. So could next week bring some clouds? Yes. Do I think it will be a bit unsettled? It could be. Do I think we're talking about any meaningful rain? Not yet. Not yet. I just don't see that happening yet. And in fact, that's why if we look at the precip chances, maybe a 20% chance of a shower Tuesday and Wednesday, but it still looks pretty bleak in terms of meaningful rainfall. It's going to be warm here over the next 2 days and then a bit cooler for the weekend, but temperatures do spike again next week. We are going to be in the 80s for a couple of days and likely stay in the upper 70s, which by now is above normal. So summer-like Thursday and Friday, some warm evenings ahead, and that means a warm evening tomorrow for Friday Night Football. Mostly sunny on Saturday. It stays fairly mild, but as we move into Sunday, a cool down, and we're just going to go kind of mostly cloudy and unsettled for next week. Let's wait and see on that rainfall as we get a little bit closer. It's so hard to promise meaningful rain when we haven't had any in so long. You know, we knew yesterday wasn't going to be a big deal. Some places did see some heavier downpours, but even then, I mean, I think the highest rain total was around a half inch. Still nothing that's going to help much with our ag friends and nothing that's going to do much for communities that are starting to head back into a drought, believe it or not. So it's something we're monitoring for next week. We will continue to stay on it, and I hope you all enjoy the nice weather. It's hard to complain about it. Sunny and temperatures in the 80s the next 2 days. Get outside and enjoy. For Beyond the Forecast, I am meteorologist Brett Thackara. Have a great day, everybody.